Have you been following the Valieva saga?
I mean, I feel like I lived a part of that as it was happening in real time, and yes, staying privy to it on the periphery.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's so sad. I mean,
it's just sad.
There's a sports system that failed her.
Yeah.
Right? This vulnerable girl.
Yeah.
And the hard thing is, we cannot put the onus of responsibility on a teenage
on a
athlete.
15-year-old.
Absolutely not. Yeah. And what needs to change for that to make a shift? I mean, well, we probably both did for 2 decades. Like, I wouldn't have a Halls or a Red Bull or I wouldn't use Vicks VapoRub. Like, there was the long list of things that you were frightened of. And also, if my coach was spraying something on me before I went out there or said, oh, here's an all-natural ginger shot that's going to give you energy in the middle of your program, I would have trusted them. Mm-hmm. So that's what's so sad. It's like we have, how do we, one, empower and educate young athletes to really feel like they're responsible and in control for their career, and also create teams that can be trusted. Yeah. So I don't know how we change that on a systemic level.
She was over 60 supplements, 15 years old. It's so sad. It's so sad. Like, it just makes you think, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody getting out of here alive. Like,
no.
We don't get a dress rehearsal. You can't do that to
kids. You can't.
Kids.
No, and I think it reinforces that idea that, in so many sports, sometimes you see this in college too, right? These athletes are disposable. Like, we just use them and toss them aside, knowing that there's another crop coming in. So, but at what cost?
Yeah.
It's so sad.